Hi everyone, my name is Professor Oaks and this video is about factoring cubic polynomials. So in particular, we are only going to factor cubic polynomials that are the sum of two perfect cubes or the difference of two perfect cubes. So what do I mean by this? I mean perfect cubes that are 1 cubed is 1 times 1 times 1, 1. 2 cubed, right, is 8. And then, and by the way, this list may help you as we get to some larger numbers, all right? So 3 cubed is 27. 4 cubed is 64. All right, 5 cubed is, oh, where is this at? 125. 6 cubed is going to be 216. And 7, my 7 is not very nice looking there, but 7 cubed is 343. 8 cubed is going to be 512. 9 cubed is 729. 10 cubed is 1,000. How far should you go? Well, I'll do a few more for you. 11 cubed is 1,331. Do you want to see at least one more? Why not? 12 cubed is 1,728. If you have at least that many memorized, that would be great. And you should memorize up to 1,000 cubed. Why not? You have a lot of time if you are watching this video, I'm sure. So now, what do I mean specifically then by the sum and difference of two perfect cubes as I mentioned before? Well, I mean, I'm going to use this formula. A cubed plus B cubed is A plus B times A squared minus AB plus B squared. All right, this is a sum. So here we have a sum. And then what I will notice is that x cubed plus 1,000 is actually x cubed plus 10 cubed. Because 1,000 was 10 to the third power, 10 cubed. So now I'm just going to use this formula to factor x cubed plus 1,000. All right, so this is not too difficult, hopefully. So we have x cubed plus 10 cubed. So I'm just using x's and 10s instead of a's and b's. All right, so the formula is a cubed plus b cubed is a plus b. So instead of a cubed plus b cubed equals a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared, I'm going to have x plus 10 times x squared minus x times 10 plus 10 squared. And then I wouldn't ever usually write x10. I'm going to rewrite it as 10x, and then 10 squared is 100. So then I see that one of the factors is x plus 10. And just so that you're aware, in this class, we're not going to factor this part over here. All right, so just be aware of that as well. But some people use a little trick to try to help them remember this, just so that you know. So I will make a note of this just so that you're aware that if you hear this trick somewhere, people might actually not think that you're so crazy if you explain it to them. So you see how this was a positive and this was a positive, right? So that means that these two signs are the same, both positive. So same signs. And then this sign is the opposite of the sign over here. So these are the same. And these are opposites. And then this sign right here is always going to just be positive. All right, always positive. So they use the abbreviation SOAP SOAP to help them remember the order of whether each of these terms should have a plus or minus in front of them. All right, so let's try another example here. We have t to the third plus 8, or t cubed plus 8. So I'm going to rewrite this as t cubed plus 2 cubed, because 2 cubed was 8. That was on my list. All right, so here is the formula again. A cubed plus b cubed is a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. So I have t cubed plus 2 cubed. That will be t plus 2 times t squared minus, and then instead of t2, I'm going to write 2t, and then plus the 2 squared. So then I'll multiply the 2 times 2 together to get 4, and then I say 2 plus t, or t plus 2, was one of the factors. And again, I'm not going to factor this part over here. Let's try another great example today. All right, don't delay. Let's factor today. So what do we have here? We have z to the third minus 216. So 216, that was 6 to the third power. So we have z cubed minus 6 cubed, but this one is minus. So remember, before it was a cubed plus b cubed is actually a plus b, then a squared minus ab plus b squared. And now we're going to have a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So remember the same pattern as before, same sign, same signs, and then we have opposite signs, and then this one is always positive. Always positive. All right. These really, in a way, are the same exact formula, but if you just pay attention to the signs, you'll get it right every time anyway. All right. So now let's go ahead and factor this. So we have, following the formula here, z cubed minus 6 cubed is z minus 6 times z squared minus, now instead of z6, I'm going to write 6z plus 6z plus, and what will this be? This is going to be plus 6 squared. So now what do I have here? I have z minus 6 times z squared plus 6z plus 36. So z minus 6 is one of the factors. What a time to be alive. All right, let's try another one here. So we have u cubed minus 8. So I know 8 is 2 cubed, or 2 to the third. So this is u cubed minus 2 cubed. So if I follow the formula, it is a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times, this will be a squared plus ab plus b squared. So here we go with the formula. All right. So we have u cubed minus 2 cubed. That's u minus 2 times u squared. Instead of, again, the u2, I'm going to write 2u plus 2 squared. So then I have u minus 2 times u squared plus 2u plus 4. So that means u minus 2 is one of the factors. What a time to be alive. All right, let's try another one. They're going to get a little bit more difficult here. So we have 125x cubed minus 729y cubed. So I know that 125 is actually 5 cubed, and 729 is going to be 9 cubed. So instead of rewriting this as 5 cubed x cubed minus 9 cubed y cubed, I can write it as 5x quantity cubed minus 9y quantity cubed, and then apply the formula for the difference of the perfect cubes. All right, so now what will this be? We have a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So here we go. We have 5x minus 9y times 5x squared. So 5x times 5x, but, well, you know what? Just write it as 5x squared. It doesn't matter. All right, plus 5x times the 9y plus 9y squared. So if I simplify this, I have 5x minus 9y times 5x quantity squared is 25x squared plus 5x times 9y is 45xy. Then 9y quantity squared here is 81y to the second power here. So I see that 5x minus 9y is one of the factors. What a time to be alive. All right, so let's do, just a couple more here. So we have 1,000 x to the third minus 27 y to the third. So this is 10 x to the third minus 3y to the third. So a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So again, this is 10x cubed minus 3y cubed. So if I write this out, I get 10x minus 3y times 10x all squared plus the 10x times the 3y plus 3y all squared here. And then I need to simplify the second factor here. So I have 10x minus 3y. 10x times 10x is 100x squared. Plus 10x times 3y is going to be 30xy. And then I have 3y times 3y is 9y squared. And so I see that 100x squared plus 30xy plus 9y squared is one of the factors. What a time to be alive. All right, let's try another example here. We have 64u to the third minus v to the third. So this one might seem a little trickier to you, but it's really not, because 64 was 4 to the third. So I have 4u to the third minus v to the third. So I use the formula just like before. A cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So now I have again 4u cubed minus v cubed. So if I use the formula, I have 4u minus v times 4u squared plus 4u times v plus v to the second power here. Then if I simplify this second factor here, I have 4u minus v times 4u times 4u is 16u squared. And then I have plus 4uv plus v squared. So then I see that 16u squared plus 4uv plus v squared is one of the factors. What a time to be alive. All right, so we'll have why don't we just have 2 more examples here, and then we will be done. All right, this is just in case you wanted to see even more. All right, so 512 a to the third plus 27b to the third. So if you don't recall, 512 is 8 to the third. So we have 8a to the third. And 27 was 3 to the third. So plus 3b to the third. So let's use the formula. A cubed plus b cubed is a plus b. A squared minus ab plus b squared. And so what we had was 8a cubed plus 3b cubed. All right, so we'll use the formula. So we have 8a plus 3b times 8a squared minus 8a times 3b plus 3b squared. And now let's simplify that second factor. So we have 8a plus 3b times 8a times 8a is 64a squared. Then 8a times 3b is 24ab, so minus 24ab. And then 3b squared is 3b times 3b, so 9b squared. So we see that 64a squared minus 24ab plus 9b squared is one of the factors. All right, last example here. So 27 is it p to the third minus 64q to the third. So 27 is 3 to the third, so we have 3p to the third. And 64 is 4 to the third, so we have 4q to the third. So let's use the formula. A cubed minus b cubed is a minus b times a squared. Oh boy, plus ab plus b squared. Well, I really hope that you've been enjoying this video about factoring cubic polynomials as much as I have. Alright, so let's get through this last one here. It's 3p to the cube. 3p to the third minus 4q to the third. So this is 3p minus 4q times 3p squared plus 3p times 4q plus, oh boy, 4q squared. So then if I look here, I see that if I simplify the second factor, I have 3p minus 4q times 3p is 9p squared. Then 3p times 4q is 12pq. And then 4q times 4q is 16q squared. So there we have that 27p cubed minus 64q cubed is equal to 3p minus 4q times 9p squared plus 12pq plus 16q squared. So that is it for this video on factoring cubic polynomials. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you're already looking forward to the next one. Thank you and have a great day.